Hello, I'm Chelsea Beard and I'm a registered nurse. I've worked many different roles in the perioperative setting. This is Assessment 1 for Capella University RN to BSN FlexPath Course 4010. For this presentation video, I will reflect on the interdisciplinary collaboration experience, noting ways in which it was successful and unsuccessful in achieving desired outcomes. I will identify how poor collaboration can result in inefficient management of human and financial resources. I will identify best practice leadership strategies from the literature that will help improve interdisciplinary teams' ability to achieve its goals. And I will identify best practice interdisciplinary collaboration strategies to help a team achieve its goals and work together. I have had the opportunity to play many different roles as a perioperative nurse. My favorite role is being a nurse navigator for orthopedic patients. As a nurse navigator, I have the opportunity to teach a class weekly to its patients. I was called into the office of the CNO one day to discuss the possibility of moving the class to another facility of ours and to capture the patients that live near the area that might be able to market our services that our hospital offers. The CNO told me about the beautiful large building and how the venue could really add more to our patient involvement. And she gave me the name of the director of the rehab that's housed in the building. Anna was the contact, and I called her one day to make an appointment. As I pulled up to the meeting, the day of our meeting, I noted that the building was large, updated, and quite impressive. I went inside to meet Anna, and she was a great tour guide of the property. Anna was very surprised to hear that the facility was being offered as a meeting place for the class, and she just raised the concern to the CNO that she was overwhelmed by not having enough space or staff for the patients she was already scheduling. The thought that she had to share the space made her more frustrated. She thought I was there as a result of the meeting that she had with the CNO, and I was there to help her to come up with a plan and alleviate her problem. Anna continued to show me around, and I was taken aback when I saw that although the building was large, there was no real room to conduct a large gathering of people and host the class. In fact, the only space that could accommodate was unfinished. After further discussion, we realized that the CNO had not been in the building to assess it for herself. I came prepared for my follow-up meeting with the CNO to discuss these significant issues. How can we conduct a class without a space for patients to meet? What was the purpose of moving the class and drumming up additional business for the facility if there was a backlog and a lack of room for existing appointments? These concerns were waved on like Anna's. Engagement and empowerment are linked to several nursing outcomes, including job satisfaction, decreased burnout, decreased intention to leave, fewer nurse-reported safety events, and increased quality of care, all of which support and encourage individual and team resilience. The situation could have been improved if all interdisciplinary team members were aware of the overall vision for the hospital. Every person was fixated on their individual part, not seeing the larger picture. There was success in the communication between me and Anna because we troubleshot the information that needed to be expressed. Since we did not have a kickoff meeting, there was a waste of resources of time and productivity because both Anna and I were on two completely different levels of what we thought the goals were for that meeting. There should have been more people involved, like a property manager, to provide input for viable building configurations, and that was a human resource waste. It just produced more questions and zero answers. Overall, it appears that the concept of transformational leadership was followed. There could have been an identified needed change, creating a vision to guide and change through influence and inspiration. Transformational leadership refers to leaders with an appealing vision for their team who intellectually stimulate others in a way that is demanding and appreciative of the individual needs of the team members. With the Villa Health transition scenario, they could have had more staff involvement from the beginning. First, there should have been multiple meetings about the vision of the company and for making the change with why they wanted to choose the program they had. Many staff thought they understood what the company made that decision was based on cost alone, but there could have been other valid reasons. Many times the reasons that don't include the staff's day-to-day operations but they simply knowing the rationale as to why would create a better buy-in. Also, the meetings where the staff could have had the users had the opportunity to voice concerns and be heard would have helped. Often, there could be customizations to applications that may aid in the staff's needs. Second, the company should have had more training surrounding the change. They could have had the time to have the staff discuss how their process was and how it might be changed or disrupted. This would have minimized the frustration. They could have had super users trained amongst the staff so there would be help and a sense of community with the change. Interprofessional collaboration can enhance patient experiences, and the provision of educational programs to support the development of these abilities is crucial. In both these scenarios, with my real life story and the Villa Health case, was the lack of communication from top to bottom. If the bigger picture had been shared, there could have been more desirable outcomes.